Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Minivan Lee, and I live in my minivan full time. I do. Everything I own, I carry with me. I don't have a storage, and I don't leave things in my children's garages across the country. I carry everything I need. I keep it minimal. I guess I'm the ultimate minimalist. And I have a lot of videos showcasing this lifestyle, so please subscribe. Click the notification buttons for all the new videos that come up. I put up 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I've kept that schedule for a while. And there's quite a bit of information below. Just scroll down and find a subject that will be pertinent to you. Now, you might want to become a nomad. Maybe you're a pre-nomad. Maybe you're a newbie, you just got started. Maybe you don't want to be a nomad at all and you just want to live vicariously through Minivan Lee, and that's okay. Well, today I want to talk about, again, I want to revisit overnight parking. It's one of the most anxiety-ridden subjects that a nomad can face, where to find parking at night. If you're traveling, where are you going to stop and park? You don't always want to pay for a campsite, and there's free parking everywhere. So let's go ahead and jump in on this subject. When dealing with overnight parking, we have to discuss different types of nomads. There are those veteran nomads that they've gotten to the point where they only exclusively park and live their lives either on BLM land, federal land, state land. They don't venture into the cities too often. Some of them that I've met, they're exclusive on BLM land, etc. They'll have a town nearby, but that's only to go get supplies and then they go on back out. There's also types of nomads that might do half and half. They like to go into cities, not huge Los Angeles, New York City, San Francisco, places like that, but medium type cities where they have access to lots of parks, facilities, stores, things like that. So there's that type of a nomad. They might do half and half. There's also other nomads out there, and we're going to call them a nomad because they do live in their vehicles and everything they own is in there, and they can move around as they see fit, but they might actually just stay in a couple different areas. They might still live in their hometown. They just don't want to pay rent anymore. And their children are there, their grandchildren are there, but they basically live in their vehicle, and it's all tricked out. They're not homeless, they're not poor. They have a really nice environment inside of the rig. Yeah, they might have an RV, a Class A, B, C, or a minivan. A Suburban. You know, I've often thought about a Suburban. The only thing I don't like about those, they don't have the sliding doors that minivans do, but you know, I've thought about those. So there's different types of nomads with different types of personalities and different types of wants and needs. I'm that half and half. Half the time I boondock, the other half I live in a city. Right now I'm in a city because it's summertime. I don't care where you're going, especially this summer. It's going to be hot. It just is. This is a very hot summer. I don't know why, but it is. And I don't want to be all dirty and gritty. And I'm going to tell you, I don't care what anybody says, you do get dirtier when you're out boondocking. You've got more dirt. You've got more dust. You've got more wind blowing in. You've got more debris, foliage, things like that that are going to blow in. They're going to get tracked into your rig. They're going to get on your body. And in the summer, I don't like that. In the summer, I like to be in a city, so that's what I do. That's what's been happening with me. It happened organically. I just like, well, wow, I want to be in the city. It didn't say, well, I'm going to be a nomad, and this is what I'm going to do. No, it's just sort of, it's been a progression. This is what's happened. So without further ado, we'll get talking about the parking, because it's going to make a big difference of where you are, what type of a nomad you want to be, and what kind of circumstances you're going to be finding parking in. And now I also have to mention that it really depends on the area of the country. East Coast is different than West Coast. And the Midwest is a little different, and North and South. So I can only tell you from what I experience I have when it comes to the area of the country. I can only tell you what my experience is and what I have found out from talking to other nomads. For the veteran nomads, what I have found is that they are a little bit more apt to go out boondocking. And boondocking is like dry camping. You're out on land that isn't developed yet. It doesn't have water facilities, toilets, water, garbage, things like that. Well, here's another reason why they do this so often, and newbies are not always so quick to go boondock. Is the veterans have gained their friends, their entourages, as I call them. They've already gained friends. All they have to do is call them up, text them and say, where are you now? Send me your coordinates. I'm coming to park with you. Well, a newbie doesn't have that. They haven't gained those friends yet. And that can cause anxiety and panic to just say, oh, I'm going to go out in the wild and I'm going to park. If you're a lot of ladies and you're of my age, we weren't taught to be as self-sufficient, although we are now. But growing up, we weren't. A lot of us growing up, oh, you're going to get married, you're going to be taken care of, things like that. Well, this is where sometimes our heads can still be at. So we're going to maybe be drawn to more city life. If you are a newbie and you're very self-sufficient and you just want to get out there and go boondock, go do it. There's all kinds of apps. Public Lands app, iOverlander, freecampsites.net on the internet. They don't have an app. You just have to go on the web. Go do it. Go for it. I've met ladies out there, they're doing it. They don't care. But some of us aren't as gung-ho about that. So we might want to park in a city. Okay, so let's go the in-between. You're going from a city to a city, or a place to a place, BLM land to BLM land, a state to a state. You're going to look for BLM land and you're going to go. Now, if there's a space in between that you need to drive to get there, where are you going to park in between? Well, if you love the highways, you're going to run across rest stops. All you have to do is Google in rest stops near me. You know it's getting late. Go ahead and type in rest stops near me and see what Google brings up. Yeah. Now you can also do truck stops near me. Plus, when you're driving, you're going to see them. If it's getting around that time and you're going past a truck stop and it's a Pilot, a Petro, a TA, a Love's, I'm not crazy about Love's, only because they kind of screwed me over one time. In the middle of the night, they knocked on my door and they told me that I had to move. You know, Love's, truck stop. And so I shy away from them. I put my business at Pilot. Mostly I like Pilot and Petro. So just stop and park in an area at the truck stop where the vehicles always park. You'll see it, it's going to be obvious. You don't go where the semis are parked, and they don't come and park where we park. They don't have enough room and we're uncomfortable there. A lot of times they keep their trucks running all night long. And they're going to probably run you over. No. But we do have to respect the truck drivers. They're doing a great service for this country. They're moving product. Well, if it's a rest stop, just look and see what the reviews are for that rest stop and get the feel of it. Feel it in here. What is this rest stop all about? Is it going to be safe? If you feel unsafe, leave. Go to another one. So rest stops and truck stops, yes. Now, those are for the highways. What if you like to only travel? A lot of veterans love those byways. They don't want to be on the highway. I'm a highway girl. If I have a breakdown, I want to be where there's a lot of people, first of all. I feel safer that way, and I want a lot of room for that, when I call AAA, that they're going to have room to come and get my minivan up onto their tow. Yeah. So I like the highways. I feel safer there. I don't care. I can still see things, but you might not. That's me. That might not be you. Now, if you travel the byways and you want to stop in between, I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know. I don't have a clue because I don't do the byways. If you do know, leave a comment below, like, where do you park if you're going the byways? And it's you're going to run through some small towns. You are. Maybe not. I don't know. You give me suggestions on that. You might be going in the same direction. You're going to, but just because I'm on a highway, you might be over here on a byway, and we're going to emerge into this town or this city, and you're going to find whatever. So let's go into that one. We got the BLM taken care of, the boondockers. We got the travelers going back and forth. Now we do land in a city, small towns, or a large town or a small city. Well, where are you going to park overnight? Well, if you're just traveling through, just pick a rest stop or a truck stop that's on the outskirts of that city. Where else can you go? So, we're in the city where we're going to park. You got your Planet Fitness. They're open 24/7 now, most of them all across the country. Again, yay. But not all Planet Fitnesses are equal. You might have a Planet Fitness that is more in a shopping center in town. Those don't work too well. They don't like you to park overnight in some of them because they don't own the parking lot. It belongs to other businesses also. So, but you do belong to Planet Fitness. So most of us do. That's where we go get our shower. We can go in there, get our massages, our hydro massage. We can get our walking in. We can get our weight training. I'll mention we have some kids over here playing. They have, at this park, they have a summer program, so they're in different areas, but they're right over here. They're having a good time, and it's good to hear. It's good to hear kids having a good time again, isn't it? They're playing, and they don't have to wear the mask anymore. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see. So back to Planet Fitness. But if you are a member and somebody knocks on your window, what's to keep you from just being a member? And you're going in a minute. You're just taking a breather. You're just taking a rest, and now you're going to go in and work out. So to me, that's kind of iffy. If you're there and you're a member and it's in the middle of the night, you could be getting ready to go work out. Okay. What other places are there inside an urban area that you can park? Cracker Barrel. Yes, they love Nomads. Because you know what? They want you to come, hold on. They want you to come in and eat breakfast, lunch and dinner. They want you there. Walmarts, I don't know. I think people are kind of moving away from Walmarts, but they're there. I mean, go ahead and try Walmarts. I have a friend who, when he left courtside, he was at Walmarts quite a bit, and he parked there. And just park. I mean, you can go in and ask, but you can just park. I mean, what is the worst that's going to happen? If you need rest, you park. The worst that can happen is that they're going to get that knock on the window in the middle of the night. Well, guess what? You move. Just move. Find a truck stop on the outskirts of town and go stay at that truck stop. Every city has a truck stop outside of it. A smaller town, I'm not so certain, but a city, yeah. I'm in a city right now, and guess what? It's not a big city. It's the perfect size for me. 350,000 in the metropolitan area. Another place is an automotive repair shop inside the city, or a tire shop. Yeah, and there's all kinds of cars parked out there, isn't there? Just go, arrive late and leave early. I mean, you're just another person parked there. It's a car parked there that's going to get worked on the next day or in a couple days. Auto shops are so backed up from what I'm experiencing. There's all kinds of cars parked there, so just park there. If all else fails, yeah. Sometimes Lowe's, sometimes Home Depot lets you park there. Another place also is inside of a motel parking lot or a hotel. If they make you move, on your window, move. It's not the end of the world. I've had it happen before. It happened once when I was at the Love's truck stop. I mentioned that one. Okay, it's kind of shocking. Don't only roll your window down. Don't roll it down all the way. Peek out to see who it is first. Then just roll down your window and just be polite. Ask them, and what you can do is ask them if you could stay for the night because you're very tired and you don't drive well when you're groggy and at night. They might. I said that at Love's and they didn't let me. They said, nope, you got to go. So I thought, okay, well, so you got the hotels, you got the motels in the parking lot. Just leave, arrive late, leave early. You've also got street parking. You can park in the street in a lot of places. In most places, it's not against the law. What you can do is find a medium-sized a neighborhood. Here's one thing I do suggest. Because when I lived in Tucson, I lived near the U of A. And students, most of them have out-of-state license plates. And you could just be a parent coming to visit them also from out of state. So I wouldn't go in the too high end of areas there because what we had this really high end area of the U of A area, but then we had sort of a, it was nice, but it wasn't so high scale. I would go with just a little bit lesser. There were different cars parked everywhere all the time. In the whole area, so I suggest that nobody's gonna figure it out. Another area that you can park at every night, if you don't stay in the city, you can park there every night, is a warehouse. If they're 24/7 mail or packages, anything to do with mail, packages, they're going to be 24/7. Just arrive late, leave early. And find yourself a spot, leave in the morning and go. Easy peasy. For me personally, I like to stay in a city for a couple months at a time. So I have my favorite spots and I pick a few here and there that I mention. And I do it and I just sort of rotate it and I can stay for 3, 4, 5 months actually. Has anybody ever bothered me? No, they haven't. Oh, another area too, in the west, on the west, is the casinos. Oh yeah. I know in Tucson, they stopped, I think there's, in Tucson, I think one of the bigger ones, the Desert Diamonds Casino, they're owned by the Indian tribes. I think they stopped letting people park there because it used to be big. People would park there for a month. Yeah, because they knew they were going to go in and gamble and eat. They had the best restaurants sometimes in casinos. Well, I know that they stopped it, but they're probably letting them do it again. Casinos are open 24/7. I know at Parker Casino, the Blue Water Casino, yeah, what they did during COVID was, because before that, there would be people that were parked there for 3 months at a time, never moved. Like even a Class A or a huge fifth wheel, but they pulled it. They would just leave it sit there for 3 months because they knew they were going to go in and gamble and they were going to go in and eat. And they were probably keeping the place safe anyways. So, but then COVID hit, and then what you had to do was you had to walk in, let them see your license so they could make a photocopy of it, and they would give you a 7-day pass. You put it on your front windshield, and then the security guard would not bother you. Well, the first night I went there, it was when COVID was kind of relaxing. I didn't go in, and I got the knock on the window. I should have went in and got my pass. It was my first time back. And he said, well, I'll let you stay, but you better be gone by 6 or I could get in trouble. And I'm like, okay. And I did. So the next time I went back, I went in and got a pass, yeah. And I stayed for a few days. So casinos, and they got great food in there, and there's restrooms in there. There's even ice, if you know where to get it, yeah. There's ice in there, and just don't leave a mess. When you stay in these places, don't leave a mess. So I think that's enough suggestions for your parking needs. There's no reason to get too anxious. Now, if you do, and you have a panic moment, it can be panicky because you're alone. You're solo. If you're an older female, you're maybe not used to being on your own. Maybe you're not used to being out and about and, being in a strange city. Remember Jim Morrison, people are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. It can happen. I mean, that was true. When you are into a new city, people can seem a little strange because you feel strange. Whatever we feel inside is kind of what we project out too. So, Jim Morrison, now you'll be singing that song all day, won't you? Well, I have a Facebook group. It's called Minivan Lee's This Nomad Life. Just go on Facebook and search for Minivan Lee group. Say Minivan Lee, because if you just put Minivan Lee, you're just going to find my page. But look on either hit the groups and then search for me, or just type in Minivan Lee's group. Yeah. Because what's going on is we have the best support system. We're like group extraordinaire. Yes, we are. And if you say, all you have to do is make a post inside the group and say, don't wait till the last minute to join it now. Because you have to be accepted in, only because it's a private group. And why is it private? Most groups are private because nobody else can see our posts unless you're accepted in the group. A lot of people won't join a group that's public because they might not want their family, they have family members that they're friends with. They don't want their friends and their family members to see the posts they make inside the group. That's the only reason it's private. That's why they're private. So don't wait till the last minute, but join the group, and then if you're having a panic moment, get in the group and just make a post. We're on different parts of the country, all of us. You might find somebody on the East Coast who stayed up late, or it's late for you, but they got up early. So you're gonna get help. You're gonna get a lot of help. And you just say, I'm panicking, please somebody help me. Somebody's gonna see that. And then other people are going to jump in. So you got a support system if you come on into the group. Why not? We're like a family there, so join it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Useful information. There's no reason to panic, but if you do, we all do at some point. I mean, we're just human. If you do, you have some tools to use now. Put them in your toolbox. Look at this video a few times over. Share it with your friends. Bookmark it so that you have it handy. Put the link somewhere in like one of your little, like whether it's notes, an app, things, notes. I have a little section called travel. You could always copy paste this link to this video inside one of your files on things, or whatever app you use for traveling. And don't forget to join the Facebook group. I'm not so much trying to promote it. I don't get anything from it. I don't, except satisfaction to know that we're all helping each other. I have nixed any YouTube videos being uploaded onto there and shared, and that includes mine. And that was kind of hard to do, but I had people coming in there that were really there just to promote their YouTube channel, and that's not what it's about. It's about helping each other. So yeah, so if you want help and you want to be part of the family, we call it the Cool Kids Group. Come on in and join. Now, don't forget, I got the Amazon links. That helps me out. Seriously, it really does. And make sure that you subscribe, give me thumbs up, and thank you for watching it all the way through. Got the book. If you need that, it's got the list in there. You got the paperback. You got the ebook. You know what's great about the ebook? They've said, and I knew this was going to be, because I have ebooks, is after each chapter, what I did was I offered the links to all of my videos that pertain to that chapter. Can't find that in the paperback, but in the ebook you can. And all you have to do, it's an actual button. And when you hit it on the ebook, it takes you right into YouTube, and then you can watch the videos that go with it. Yeah. So, you guys have a good day. And don't panic. If you do, there's help.